Welcome back to the podcast. We got a special guest today. I'm so excited to have you on the podcast.
Here we are.
We got TJ, Yak Pak.
Dude, thanks boys for having me.
Yeah,
Brad, good to
for
see
coming
you.
in, man.
Matt,
You
good to
too.
meet you.
Bro, man. It's so cool. Like I've never met a Googan Squad. Well, I know ex Googan Squad.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah, I know, which I'm so excited. You gotta stay tuned on this one because
Yeah.
we got some stuff to talk about. I mean, first off, let me just say, Googan Squad obviously has been an inspiration to so many people.
I think
Clearly.
so, man. Not even
Yeah.
think so. Like it's
Clearly.
crazy. They completely flipped the fishing industry years and years ago, and we'll get into that whole story.
Right,
But yeah,
right.
they did their thing. And
Yeah.
they're doing their thing.
Yeah, so crazy. So I mean, I can't wait to talk about
Yeah.
all of that and everything you got going on. You just got back from New Zealand.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I want to talk about your tree trunks, Googan Squad. I want to talk about your life. I know
Yeah.
you bought some property at one point.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw
or
that
so I
some-
thought. We can get into that too.
Okay, cool.
That was a mistake.
That's a juicy concept.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's so much stuff to talk about, and you are a big man. We were
Don't make
talking
me
about
blush.
That. Like, I mean,
Don't make me blush.
I am jealous of your size. So, what do you do for your workout? regimen?
I'm just
Are
gonna
you
sit here
guys-
and drink while they talk working out.
Are you familiar with Sam Sulik?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was doing.
Do you watch? Do you watch his stuff? You never
heard
seen
of
him,
He's an absolute animal. He's like 21 years old, and he's
dude? You should listen to him talk.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Oh,
Dude,
it's so
dude
cool.
posts a video every single day on YouTube and gets 500,000 views every single day.
Yeah.
So
And
I
it's
was,
like so basic,
Yeah, it's the most
but
generic.
he's so down to earth.
yeah,
like
that's he's relatable.
He
and that's
is.
what it is.
You know.
Well, if you type in Sam, he's the first person that comes
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue.
So I was doing the basic like size and strength type stuff, like 5 sets of 5, no more than like 4 sets of 8 would be like my, I'm sweating, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
But I seen Sam and I was like, man, let me just try this. Like I'm 33. This dude's 21. He's on, clearly on some stuff.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
but,
And-
nothing
and-
to get whatever.
He didn't really
but-
talk about it, but like he'll.
Yeah, he
allude
won't
to
deny it. Like he'll just be like, yeah, of course.
Sure.
But he said that he goes to failure on everything, and I was like, well, let me try that. Yeah, it took about 2 weeks for me to get used to that.
I bet.
And I was dead. I did hit 315 on squats. Was it 315 or 365? Do you remember? I think it was 315. I hit it for like 24 or something like that. And I was like, my goal was to get 12.
How many times can you do 315?
No, it would break me in half. Like as soon as it came off the rack.
Yeah, I just started doing that and I stopped. I was doing, I think there was a point in time around between August and November of this past year. I think I was doing like either 5 sets of 3 or 3 sets of 5. I can't remember. I want to say 5 sets of 3 with like 430 to 450 on squats. And then I was like, you know what? This is really hurting my back. And I don't compete. I don't compete in anything though. And it's just like, I don't know. I've lifted weights my whole life on and off since I was a freshman in high school. And it
Did
just,
you play sports? Like were you? In
no,
football, or-
I found out really fast in high school what girls and beer was. So I decided to not play sports. And,
But you lifted.
I did lift. Oh, okay. So let's backtrack a little. I was on the weightlifting team.
Oh,
We did that.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
we
right.
did that. I didn't play. I should have played baseball and I should have played football, but I didn't. So, I don't live life with regrets.
How tall are you?
5'10". Yeah, 5'10".
You look taller than 5'10".
Maybe I
mean,
am.
just 'cause you're just a big dude. Like I just did not expect you to be like. I knew you were big.
We need a little ticker of how many times Matt said he's big dude in this podcast.
Dude, it took me by surprise. When we were in New Zealand, you have to get weighed before you do all this stuff. And this video for Norm, this won't be out till like mid to late summer, maybe even after that.
Oh dang.
Yeah, I mean, he's got like dudes working on this stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't want to spoil too much of it
Sure.
for him because he spent a lot of money to take us there.
Sure.
But before you do everything there, every activity, you had to get weighed. And I came in at 112 kilograms. You know what? Let's do some math real quick just to make sure
Yeah.
I'm not tripping. But
I mean, it sounds right. what you said.
112 kilograms was 251 pounds. And I was like, there's no way that I weigh it's 246, excuse me, 246.
I mean, okay. I mean,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
250.
250, yeah. So I didn't feel like I was that at all. I don't know. I always walk around and I always look at everybody else and I'm like, man, that dude's massive.
So how long have you been doing that technique where you're going? How long has that been?
It's been, Sam started popping off probably like 2 months ago.
Yeah, it
So
wasn't, it wasn't long.
Yeah, it's probably been a month and a half or so.
Okay.
I would say. And it's my favorite so far.
Yeah.
I would go in the gym and like my Thursday, like shoulder day, it would be like 20 different lifts. And I found out you really don't need to do that. If you're going for size and strength like I am,
Sure.
you don't need to do that. So I think I do like 5 lifts.
Yeah.
And I just some lifts, the first lift, like what's today, Thursday? Yeah, this morning, the first thing I did, shoulder press, like a military press, seated military press. And I did 5 sets of that. And then the next thing I did, lateral raises. I think I did 3 sets of that. And then after that, it was like 2 sets of everything. But everything is to failure. Everything is until I can't go
That's right.
anymore.
That's
So I just it was time for me to change. You know how it is. You work out. So when your body gets used to it, right?
Not like you.
Well,
you work out. You got a 6-pack.
You would call me names. I do CrossFit.
No, hey, that's extremely respected.
We're like enemies.
Extremely respected because I could not. I was in the Army for 12 years also, and the whole
talk about that. Yeah.
The whole running thing, dude, that's for the birds. Like I thought about doing. Okay, so we're gonna get off on all kinds of topics.
You fit right in.
Yeah, we're about to get off on some stuff.
It, man.
There's a thing. I don't even know how I got on this topic. There's a thing going on in December. It happens every December. It's called the Redneck Brawl, and it happens close to my hometown in Georgia. And it's like it's a boxing match. It's 3 1-minute rounds, and the ref will not let you stop swinging. You have to swing the whole time. So though I hate doing cardio and running,
dude, that would be
I want to
so
train.
hard.
I want to train for that and actually do that this year.
Have you ever boxed?
I did when I was 16 and 17. Yeah,
okay.
And I got in quite a few scuffles. That was kind of my thing in high school. I don't know why I enjoyed getting beat up or beating somebody. I don't know why. I wasn't a bully. I would bully. I was the guy that would bully the bullies.
That's cool though.
Yeah, I didn't like people getting bullied or made fun of or stuff because I kind of it's weird. I kind of got picked on up until I got to 6th grade, and then this kid Cameron, talking to you, Cameron.
What's his last name?
Stroud.
Ooh,
and he was in the
I
army.
hope he's watching.
And he was in the army, and he slapped my books out of my hand one day in 6th grade, and I was like, you know what, big dog, today's your day, and I cracked him. And he fell and he started crying. I was like, man, that felt good. Man, that felt good.
You can't do that these days, though.
No, you don't never know what's gonna happen these days. Somebody pull a knife on you. Somebody, it's crazy.
I mean, but that's how it should be. How old are you?
33.
Okay, all right, nice, man.
Yeah.
And so you were in the military.
I did 12 years. Yeah.
12 years.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not realize that. That's a long time.
Yeah,
so
it was.
Did you, tours and stuff.
Yeah, I was in Iraq once, and then that was my only quote unquote deployment. But I've been to. I mean, I've done big training exercises in Japan, Singapore. I lived in Hawaii. I was stationed in Hawaii for 3 years, which crazy. I never fished in Hawaii, not one time.
What?
I was super into fitness because in the unit that I was in, you did not want to be the guy that couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
There was no excuse for you to be on a 12-mile ruck march with 70 pounds on your back and you just were falling out and you couldn't keep up. If you were that guy, you were getting made fun of and you were getting booted out of that unit. You were going somewhere else. And I just could not be that guy. So I was super into fitness.
Couldn't slack off.
Yeah. And then I didn't even know really much about fishing. It was actually the whole fishing with Yak Pak Outdoors way back when. But left Hawaii, got stationed in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And late winter, early spring, I just got the itch to go fishing. But I didn't remember how to fish. So I texted my buddy that was a bass fisherman. I was like, hey, man, what do I need if I want to go catch some bass?
When was this?
This would be
a yearish.
This would be early 2016.
Okay.
And this was way before. 2016. Way before Googan Squad. Way before them boys even came together. I don't even think they knew each other yet.
Oh yeah.
So my buddy's like, hey, it'll take me too long to explain it to you, and he sent me a link to Flair.
Okay.
He sent me a link to Flair's video, and Flair, just long story short. He started the video at his house, went to Bass Pro, bought some lures, went to a pond, caught 2 or 3 fish, and did the outro back at his house. And I was like, man, dude, I can do that. And I just started and I never stopped. And it's like a learn as you go. Just like y'all know. That's
learn
as you go.
Yeah, that.
People ask me for tips and everything on YouTube all the time. And that's literally what I tell them. I'm like, start today and don't quit on yourself.
That's right.
Just go.
Yep.
Just do. You'll learn everything you need to learn along the way. You'll meet people you want to meet.
Be okay with sucking.
Oh yeah, you got to be okay with that. Actually, sometimes I suck. Yeah, you know what it feels like to post a 10 out of 10. That don't feel good.
Oh well, I don't know what it's like for you on YouTube
every Sunday and Thursday.
But during the winter, I mean, I don't know how bad fishing is. You're a little bit different genre, but during the winter, for us especially, because so much of our audience is beach fishing and tourists and all that stuff. Every video we post 10 out of 10 throughout the winter. It's
it's what's crazy right now is I think mine are doing great right now, but there's a lot of people that I guess, associated with. So like you have Norm,
sure,
you have AO, and they've kind of like linked us into a group when there's no group there. There's no like thing there. Like a lot of people were expecting me to do that, and we'll get into this later. But like when I left Googan, a lot of people were expecting that we were going to start something. Now, that's not. I'm not saying like none of us are against it, but that's not in the plan right now. We just want to crank content right now.
Well, and what they've done and you've done, you guys, which is what you need to do, is you pivoted in a way that like, yeah, y'all fish,
yeah,
but like, I think you probably have a lot of audience that's there.
AO especially,
not because of fishing. You know,
that's what AO's talked about before. He's like, it'll take him 4 or 5 days to film a video. And he's like, man, I just, 2.5 of those days is him trying to catch fish. And I'm like, dude, I don't really think people care that much
they don't
about you catching like a bass out of the, I can't even remember the West Point Lake. I'm like, dude, I don't even think people care about that. Like people are here for your personality and not for you to catch a little, a 1 pound bass. Like, I think it's cool. Yeah. But I think I don't think that makes or breaks the video for him.
No.
Norm is more so. Okay. So, from least to most like fishing content, I would say AO is the least like fishing related content. Norm would probably be in the middle, and then I still haven't found my way to break, not completely out, but I still feel like I have to involve fishing in some way, shape, or form in every video.
I get that. So, I get that. It's so hard. Like, and you like I don't know if you're like us. Every so often, you kind of like throw one out there, and you're like, "Damn it!"
See, I just posted one. I just posted one the other day. Me and my fiance April went magnet fishing, and that video was a 2 out of 10.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know nothing about no magnet fishing, but we found like a hammer, a little chisel, and some old like putty knife or something. It was crazy, and I had fun filming it. And I think that's really, at the end of the day, all that matters is if you have fun behind the camera, or I guess in front of the camera, everybody watching from behind the camera is going to enjoy it as well.
Right.
Sure.
As long as you do what you love and you have fun doing it, people are going to enjoy watching it. It's a genuine thing.
Yeah.
People can see straight through the bullshit.
No, they can. Yeah. Well, I saw you guys a recent video. I know you're trying to post every day.
Trying.
I started. And I saw you. I can't remember which video it was, but you said you were going to try to post every day.
Yeah.
And you were fishing around here.
Mm-hmm. We filmed a video here today, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, y'all were fishing Craft Farms. It looked like anyway. The
we'll
ponds
bleep that out because people will murder that spot if they find it.
Oh.
Unless they already know about it.
No, it's no secret, bro.
Okay.
No, it's no
Luckily,
secret,
it's definitely not a secret.
Yeah. I live on County Road 4, which is right there by Craft Farm.
Yeah.
And like that pond that's right behind, like where y'all started.
Target and stuff.
Right there by Target, behind the movie theater.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people fish all the time.
I just caught 2 2.5 3-pounders, like basically back to back right over there.
Yeah.
That's
there's
crazy.
some big fish in there. I've fished in there a few times. Yeah, I don't do as much bass fishing.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, no, that's a cool spot. I see people posting pictures all the time.
That's what I was telling Brad a minute ago. I was like, we have to, where we live in Florida, we have to drive an hour, unless we're creek fishing, we have to drive an hour and a half to Destin or an hour and a half here to film a video and fish. Unless I'm at Norm's in Tallahassee or something like that, or if we're in South Florida, like usually at the end of March every year, we'll take a trip down to South Florida, try to film as many videos as we can. And then by the time we come back here, the spawning fish, they're done, and it's that weird transitional bass fishing period for about 2 weeks. You're not really going to catch anything.
Right.
So we'll try to compensate for that last week of March down there.
So I got a question for you.
What's that?
Do you hunt?
I have. Oh, I've spit on myself. I have before, but I don't. No, I wouldn't go out of my way to hunt. Okay. I'm not against it by any means. Like I would love to shoot a deer at like 800 yards. That would be sick.
Yeah.
But I don't. I mean, I love shooting guns. I was in the Army. Like, I would hunt.
Okay.
I won't go out of my way to do it.
I didn't know if you I got a coon problem on some property.
Oh, no. Now you talking.
I didn't know if you wanted to come kill some coons for me.
Dude, I will 100%. Dude, I'll bring the AR. I'll bring the 10 mil.
Yeah.
I'll bring the 12 gauge. And we'll get after it.
You're welcome anytime.
Hey.
I got some 40 acres and we got like.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Like, you should see the amount of raccoons. I had one game camera picture and there was seriously, I think, like
dude, can you put like a brick of tannerite out and a bunch of food?
That would be sick.
We need, or I almost
I don't
said,
know. I don't the legality of it.
Yeah. We got to talk to the. I don't know what they're called in Alabama.
These guys think right. You
Dude,
know, I'm thinking about like, ooh, I can trap these things. No, let's blow them up.
Blow them up. I don't know.
Do it right.
It's FWC in Florida. I don't know what it is here. Just the game wardens in Alabama, DNR or something like that. We have to consult with them before we just start blowing raccoons up.
That would be sick.
Yeah, dude. Imagine 50 pounds of tannerite.
Dude, we could do it too.
Massive.
I got so many coons.
I would.
Let's look it up. Let's do that. Let's do it, man.
We should.
Let's blow them
I'm
up.
so
we'll
down.
call somebody tomorrow.
I'm so down.
So what was the story with your property? You mentioned.
Yeah. So we actually were moving from my hometown, like where I grew up. Got out of the Army, moved back there for a little bit.
What's your hometown?
Tallapoosa, Georgia, a place that no one probably, middle of nowhere also. And it was my fiance's friend that we were living in her house. She moved out of the house to move in with her now. Well, their fiance. They're about to be married, I think, in next month or something like that. Anyways, she said, "Hey, I want to sell this house, but like I'm not in a rush. So, like, can you guys like start looking for something? Like, I'm not gonna sell it out from under your feet, and you're not gonna be homeless." I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like, I get it for sure." So we get on Facebook Marketplace and just find something. My ex with my two kids lives in Milton.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, let's try to find something like a little, kind of close to there or whatever. Anyways, I misunderstood the way that it was told to me. When we rented that house, I thought it came with all that land, and that's the way that like I interpreted that. It was explained to me almost that way. And that's not what happened. It was the farmer man's land. And when he caught me out there shooting skeet, he was pretty upset. Yeah. And I was like, dude, I can't play dumb with you. Like, I'm not trying to play dumb. Like, I'm grown. I'm not here to play dumb with you. Like, I'm not doing anything stupid. I'm shooting biodegradable skeet. Like, I'm not messing up any land or anything. And he was like, it could be like trespassing by projectile or whatever. And he's like, look, I don't want any smoke, any beef. Just please don't do that on my land again. And I was like, yes, sir, you got it. Yeah. So no big deal, no harm, no foul. It just is what it is. So
okay.
Yeah.
Well, daggone.
But I thought I had some land though. That's why. So the lady that owns the house, the house hadn't been lived in probably like 20 or 30 years or something like that. And but they just kind of kept up on the house. They just kept up with it, and they renovated it a little bit. It's an old house, but it's nice on the inside and everything. So she I guess maybe at one point they might have owned that land or something. That's the only thing I could come up with. But when he said that, I was like, yeah, man, for sure. Like I won't be back out here. Trust me.
Yeah. Not yours. Sorry, bro.
Like, I'm gonna need you to come off of that rent now.
Yeah, that's right.
I know, right? That's what I should have said. Hey, wait a minute. Didn't this come with 40 acres?
Yeah, come on, bro.
I'm gonna need a discount.
Discounted rent, dude.
So, Googan Squad, man. Let's dive in because I mean, like I said, inspiration.
Nothing beats that sound.
It does. To like a big part of why we've even done what we've done is Googan Squad. I mean, like just seeing what they've done and been like, man, these guys have really figured out.
You know what's crazy, man? I think you guys are the only three. I think you guys are the only legitimate group that has been formed after Googan Squad. I don't know of
Which is kind of crazy.
I don't know of any other group. And I was thinking about that when
the fact that you said legitimate, I mean, I would use that term.
No, I mean, dude, look at you, like you guys got a warehouse, like y'all out here selling boats and kayaks and you got Van Stalls in here, bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Like this is very well put together. It blows my mind. It reminds me of going to the content weeks, the Googan weeks. We go film 10 videos or whatever. And like this is what they had at the Googan headquarters. Like, I mean, this is bigger, but like that's crazy. Like you guys are the first, I guess, legitimate. I don't really watch fishing on YouTube.
No,
Okay, so and it's hard to watch that kind of stuff because we do it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And like if I'm doing something like this, like I'll scroll Instagram. Like I'll just kind of like get caught up through Instagram or whatever. Right. But yeah, I've not seen any other group of creators come together and do like what you guys did.
Sure. Well, a lot of it was inspired by Googan Squad, seeing that like, hey, this can be done, and the fact, and like, obviously we wouldn't come after that in the bass fishing world because it's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna just follow you guys up and do this.
Yeah.
So we felt like there was an opportunity in kind of the saltwater realm.
Yeah,
to
dude.
take
I think that's
role.
insane. I honestly think there's probably maybe I'm wrong about this. I don't know if you guys have dove into statistics or not, but are there more saltwater fishermen than freshwater? I mean, I guess if you
don't know. I would
don't know.
assume just because of like if you take the United States, the large majority of the United States can bass fish.
Yeah.
There's a much smaller percentage that can saltwater fish.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and then you got your, in like Montana people, like they ain't catching bass up there. Like if they catch bass, they're tiny, but
or
like
freshwater.
trout.
When I say fresh, bass,
freshwater. Yeah, like trout
yeah.
and
Sure.
whatever else they got up there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. Y'all are killing it with this. But
well, thank you. But yeah, so you were with Googan Squad. How long were you with them? Your tenure.
I was officially like signed with them, like contractually signed in 2020.
Things were popping off then.
Oh, dude, it was. That was quite the year. And then before that, everything that they had come out with, like it would get sent to me. Like I wasn't with them. Like they all knew who I was. I knew who all of them were. I talked to, I think John B and Rob Lunkers. I think I talked to them the most. And then I knew Lojo through YouTube. And then we fished a couple times together. Then he got in with Googan, I think before I did. Or I know for a fact before I did. I think his year was 19, possibly 18. But he got in, and then I got in, and then Norm come like right after me, and then AO come right after that. But like mad respect for them, dude. They never did me dirty by no means. They I couldn't sit here and try to talk bad about them if I tried. They did me good, and I was like compensated fairly. I mean, it was fun. And then it just got to a point where like Norm and AO left because they just wanted something different.
Yeah.
Right. And
I get that.
They left and then it kind of got different for me because like I don't really film with AO that much. AO doesn't really film with other people that much. Like he'll film with Norm, and then he's got his two guys that live close to him that he films with all the time, Gravy and Smalls. He'll film with them all the time, like every day. But I don't film with him much, but when I do, like it's always a big thing. We're always doing something, bigger scale for AO's videos or whatever. But they left, and then I never stopped like kicking it with them. Like Norm's like my best friend, like in the whole world. Like I wouldn't be where I am on YouTube had it not been for Norm. Like, hey man, I know I'm 21 years old, and at the time, like I know you're married and you have 2 kids, but and you're in the Army. You're working a full-time job and trying to make this YouTube thing work. Like, hey, man.
Like a real man.
If you just if you just listen to me, dude, like, we can make this work. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it.
Why not?
Yeah. And then, like, had it not been for... And he coached me along the way the whole time. He still, to this day, we have YouTube talks all the time. But, yeah, he did that. They left. And it kind of... I ain't going to say I got treated different, but it was like... I don't know. Because it's hard to explain. I never... like went and filmed with other than a Googan week and a Googan Squad channel video. I never went and filmed with John, with Lunkers, with Rackley, Perick way back in the day at that time. I always extended the invitation, especially when they would come down to South Florida. Because I had been living there for years.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm dialed in. I can open my Google Maps right now and it blow your mind how many spots that I've got. For like largemouth spots, peacock spots, snakehead spots, clown knife, Jack Crevalle spots in marinas that you're guaranteed going to catch. Like just all kinds of crazy stuff. Snook,
well, I'm going to
tarpon.
call you next time I'm in South
Yeah, I know. We might be hitting you up.
No, I'm telling you. I promise
you said March.
Dude, I promise you, I've got, where we messed up at that content house in Jacksonville. We messed up by not going to South Florida.
Yeah,
that's where we messed up because we
could have done some cool stuff.
Jacksonville's tough. It seems like,
dude, Jacksonville used to be the gas for bass fishing.
Oh yeah,
gas. I don't know how saltwater is, but gas for bass fishing. And now, dude, you couldn't buy a bite there. But going back to the Googans, I get sidetracked on podcasts.
Hey, that
so
is
easy.
okay, man.
That happens.
Is okay.
But I started feeling like I was getting treated like different because it was like.
So well, let me pause for a second.
Yeah.
So why do you have a thought on?
Yes.
Why you wouldn't you would extend the invite to these guys? Which
for that?
Like the originals. Like
the OGs.
Like what was the deal there? Like,
no, it was no ill intent on their part by any means. They are, at this point in time, I'm sitting at like 20K subs maybe, and I'm pulling 300 views a video, and that's like I post one video a week and it gets 300 views, and I'm at 20K. It was a struggle back then. I didn't know what I was doing at all. I didn't know the significance of titles, thumbnails, the content within the video itself. I didn't understand storytelling, hyping it up and then letting it fall, hyping it back. I didn't understand any of that. And those guys are just doing so much. Like, they were the kings of YouTube. Like, they created YouTube fishing.
Yes.
And they were just busy. Yeah. I think it's just they were busy. They're getting 1,000 DMs on Instagram a day.
But you were in the Googan Squad, right?
Not at this point in time. No, this was pre. This was pre that.
I gotcha.
But even well into the Googan Squad, it was. I never went and filmed with John. Never went and filmed with Flair, Rackley, Lunkers, Parrot, One Rod. I never went and filmed with any of them. And I think if there was one person that would have actually came through with that, it'd have been Mike. It'd have been One Rod or Rackley too. One Rod and Rackley. Not talking bad about any of them dudes because I love all of them. They did me very good for the years that I was with them. And promoting Googan without ever seeing any money out of it for years before I actually got signed to them. Like, I'm like hardcore. I used to say back when I was in the little Googan thing, Googan gang or don't bang. Like, bro, I'd be on Twitter ready to fight somebody because they'd be talking about Googan. I'm like, bro, don't let me catch you at the classic, bro. Keep running your mouth. And like, it was just crazy. But I never.
I like that.
I remember there was a couple times I tried to go film with Rob, and in Texas, and then Rob is a businessman. That is a very smart man.
That's what I've gathered.
That man is smart.
He seems. I don't know. From the outside looking in, I don't know who, whatever, but like it felt like Rob was the one that kind of really headed up a lot.
Rob. So, do you guys have you ever kept up with any kind of professional gaming, like Call of Duty, mainly? Like, you ever been the clans? So Optic Gaming. Are you guys familiar with Optic? Not really. Okay, FaZe Clan. No. Okay. Well, no. You're good. So, anyways, Optic Gaming is like, I think one of the top 3, if not the number 1 biggest professional gaming organization in the world. The guy that created that, Rob wanted to recreate that in the bass fishing industry. So, from everything I gathered for the years of being with him, Hex was like, all right, bro, check it out. Here's the blueprint, because I've done this before. Here's the blueprint. You do this with fishing, and it'll work. And it worked. They created the Googan Squad off of just a blueprint of creating a team that everyone liked. Everybody has their certain role. John was the Johnny B-roll or whatever they used to call him. Yeah. And Lunkers was the guy that would wrap his boat, a $10,000 Hello Kitty wrap. And then Flair was the guy that would only ever fish a chatterbait. And then Perrick was the one that always got made fun of, but he always caught the biggest fish. And then Rackley was just a super chill, like, dad guy. He was just straight dad. Yeah. But and then Mike was the loud, obnoxious, like, hilarious. You never know what you're going to get
over the top. Yeah.
I love that dude to death, man. He's so cool. But anyways, I tried to film with him a couple times, and then it just kind of always fell through, which I understand on Rob's part, because Rob is not his, like, if you bass fish, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. I don't want to speak for the man.
Sure.
But Googan, in my eyes, like, outside looking into him, only because I know him, is like, Googan is not, it's not so small, but it's like a small aspect of like everything else he has going on. Like, this dude's got so much going on. I don't even know how this man sleeps. Like, genius business mastermind. Like, surrounds himself with the most savvy, talented people, and he just builds companies and businesses, and he builds and he builds, and he'll sell them, and he'll build them, he'll sell them. It's crazy. The man is a genius. It's crazy coming from his first thing, right? So he took out, like, I think these numbers may be skewed, maybe not, but Rob, when Rob was in the Army, he took out just a non-secured loan, just a straight up personal loan, $17,000, and then he bought this company, like this Major League Gaming. It wasn't Major League Gaming; it was like Game Battles or something like that. He bought this gaming company, and then I think a year or two later ended up selling it for however many million. And he's 25, 26 years old. Then he's got the money. Then he starts Googan with Hex and all this stuff. I'm like, dude, it's crazy.
He was successful before Googan.
Way before Googan. Yeah,
Okay.
he was.
Okay,
he was.
That's news to me.
Yeah.
He
was.
That was kind of.
I didn't know a lot about Googan until I moved here and started doing YouTube and doing stuff with Matt and Brant and them. So I didn't follow along that whole journey of starting, but I had no idea. I thought Googan was all of their first venture into
No. Well,
business.
it was those were the biggest guys on bass fishing YouTube at that point in time. When Rob was like, "All right, look, I'm gonna fly all of you guys down and pay for all your stuff," because a lot of those dudes were in college. Like Flair went to Nebraska. Perrick was going to the University of Alabama to be like an engineer or something like that. Perrick's a really smart dude.
I remember it's so crazy, like because I remember because I watched these guys.
Yeah,
right?
dude,
like,
I did too.
This was like,
I'm a grown man, and
I know.
I did not miss an episode.
I know, and it was before I had even really started my channel, which I started mine in 2017.
Okay,
and I remember watching these guys, and I remember watching them like standing. I remember Perrick in front of his school,
the campus. You remember that video?
And talking about
dropping out.
I think I'm gonna go full time. You know,
I remember
like,
that, bro. It's
this
crazy.
is so, and I was like, this is so cool. You know, like with this kid.
It's so
doing
crazy.
This thing,
it's so
man.
crazy.
But
Rob had a talk with all them. To my knowledge, this is just what I've gathered. Rob had a talk with all them and was like, "Boys, we can make this work, but y'all need to be committed 100%." And when they all decided to finally commit, like I don't know if you guys remember this. When all of them got with Favorite Rods, and then John went solo and got with Shimano, but his Shimano contract was like something along the lines of like, basically, we're just going to send you gear. You're not going to get paid for it. And then they all got mad because they're like, John, like we're trying to create our own company. Like, why would you go with Shimano? Something like that. I don't know the whole details of that story, but he immediately was like, yeah, you guys are right. Let's do this ourselves. Another reason Googan was created was they went to ICAST. This was 2016.
Was this the party?
No, well, I don't know if it was the party or not. I know that Rob almost got in a fight with one of the Z-Man guys because they were saying they were trying to copy his bait or something like that. Basically, when the Googans went to ICAST, they, for the first time together, they were going around to every company known to man. Y'all been ICAST, right?
Yeah.
You know how big it is, right? Yeah. Especially pre-COVID ICAST. Like, it is massive. So they go there, and they're trying to get in with these companies. They're trying to like, hey, we got this idea. These are our numbers we're pulling on YouTube, and this is our audience. This is our, your target audience meets ours. We're on the internet. And they were like, basically like, screw you guys. Y'all don't have a professional jersey. Like, you don't have a jersey. You're not a pro fisherman, so screw you. And now, what's crazy is, it blows my mind. And I got a lot of pro fisherman friends, like DC, MDJ, Wheeler. Like, I literally talked to Wheeler on the phone the other day. That's a lot of pro fisherman friends. Like, big-time pro fishermen. Not just like the Tuesday Nighters on Lake Okeechobee. Like, big-time pro. And what's crazy is you see some dudes that are, they'll have like 2,400 followers on Instagram, 75 sponsors on their jersey. And it's like, I'm doing like 1.5 million, 2 million, 2.5 million views a month on YouTube. And you have 2,200 followers on Instagram and 17 on Facebook. Like,
that makes sense.
It never has made sense to me. And I'm like, the money's going to follow where the eyes are.
Right.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
I don't know if it's.
Well, somebody posted, I don't know if you follow it. He's still posting. He does a lot of kayak stuff. Alex
Rudd?
No, he's in South Florida. Anyway, I'm gonna butcher his
name. Fulgaria.
Yes,
yes. Okay. Yeah. I know him.
So he just posted. We're mutual friends.
I definitely butchered your last name, Alex. Also, like my fault.
Yes,
but I've known him for years.
That's the guy. Yeah. He posted and he was talking about how funny it is. This was like 2 or 3 days ago. That all of the pro bass fishermen are now trying to be YouTubers.
You know why? Let me tell you why. Them companies that pay them boys them dollars. Hey, these are where the eyes are at.
Right.
Go make these videos. But guess what those boys are good at? Catching fish.
Right.
Guess what they're not good at?
Making videos.
Entertaining.
Being entertaining on YouTube.
Now, when I started YouTube, I wanted to be an educator. And if you go back in this podcast and listen to what I say about, I don't know how to bass fish. I don't remember how to bass fish. I ain't done it in years.
Sure.
I wanted to be an educator. And then I quickly found out that's not my personality. I don't know how to teach somebody.
Sure.
I can make people laugh, though.
Right.
If you come home from a shitty day at work, I can put a smile on your face. That's what I'm good at.
That's right.
So that's what I started doing.
Yeah,
I was like, you know what?
Which is what you need to do.
Yeah,
like,
dude, for sure. I agree 100%. I wouldn't, I'll throw tips and tricks every now and then
Of
throughout
course.
the video, like, hey.
Well, it needs to be a blend of both.
Yes,
but
if the water is tannic, throw a silver and black back rattle trap. Like, that's,
Do you mind if I steal one of these?
Dude, you got it, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I feel bad.
No, don't.
Like, you're our guest,
No,
and
dude.
you're providing.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll hand you one.
Alcohol.
Hey, while you're in there,
we should
need to
cover
get a Busch Light
we
sponsor,
should,
Busch.
I know,
yeah,
right?
we should
better
cover
hit
the
us
love
up.
a Busch Light sponsor.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
I would just then feel bad about how much Busch Light I would have to ask for.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brad-
dude, they would be
Brad
like, hey, we're going to have to put you on a limit, man. Whoa. Yeah, no, it's the whole Googan thing was cool, man. It was time to move on.
So I know I watched your video where you were talking about it.
Yeah.
And you said you were saying, you felt like they just weren't really, I guess, asking you as much.
Yeah, they didn't mess with me that much.
Did you just feel a little ostracized?
So there was a guy over there. Matter of fact, I'll say his name because he knows there ain't no disrespect. Matty B. Matty B is like their guy that like just does everything. Like, I don't know why Matty B don't make $1 million a year. This dude does everything, it seems like. And 2020, 2021, 22, I'd be on the phone with this dude, like, dude, 4 or 5 times a week. 10, 20, 30-minute conversations, texting me, dropping, like, all this stuff. Like, what's coming down the pipe, what I need to be doing for Googan, all this, all that. Like, and 23, I bet you in 2023, I probably talked to him like 10 times. Except for when I saw him at a Googan week, and I was like, damn. Like, it's like the feeling of being like not wanted and not needed after how much that I put into it.
Sure.
Even before, because I mean, if somebody's sponsored by somebody, they're getting paid. Like, I mean, that's obvious. So Googan was paying me to be with Googan,
Right.
but it wasn't just a paycheck. Like, that's why I didn't leave Googan and jump straight into another sponsor. Like, I'm not saying I'm struggling. Don't take that the wrong way, but like, the Googan contract was good.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, okay, now I don't have that.
Right.
And it's like,
I remember when we went on our trip with Mystery Tackle Box and even talking to some of the smaller guys and what their Googan contracts were. Like,
yeah,
dang, if you're making that.
yeah. It was good, man. It was great.
Googan wasn't afraid to throw out money.
No, especially if you were converting. If you were selling, like you're gonna get. That's what I'm saying. They always compensated me very fairly. Maybe even at some points more than they should have. But they always did me good. I never to this day, or any time in the future, never would speak bad about Googan Baits, or any of the Googan guys, the OG guys, or anything like that. But yeah, dude, it's going without that. So it's like I didn't jump straight into another contract. I didn't leave Googan to go to another contract because that was the first question I got asked.
Sure.
And I was like, dude, I don't have a plan. I don't have anything. I see that I'm not needed. I see that I'm not wanted anymore. And I feel like there might have been some tension there because I still hung out with Norm and filmed with Norm more than anyone else.
So was there more ill intention? Like, was there, what's the word? Like,
hostility,
No,
bad blood between?
No, I don't think
between Googan and Norm, like them splitting.
So that I don't know about. I think you can always mix business with your friends if you do it the right way. If you do it the wrong way, it's just I'm also
it's a risk.
Yeah, I'm grown, dude. I don't really try to get in Norm's business and stuff.
Sure.
And I'm
asking you questions that like.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry.
You're good. Yeah, you never know till you ask.
Yeah.
But I don't know what Norm's contract was. I know it was supposed to be very lengthy, like 5-ish years or 7 years or something like that. And Norm and Ayo had lawyers look over it, and they said it wasn't good. And Norm and Ayo said they didn't like it at first. Then they had lawyers look over it, and then they said it wasn't good, or something like that. Okay. Something along those lines. But as far as like numbers and stuff like that go, I have no clue. Norm wouldn't tell me, and it's not that he wouldn't tell me, because if I asked him straight up, he would. That's my boy. Like, he would tell me.
Sure.
But I'm almost like, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a 5 to 7 year contract. I'll tell you this. So it's. Norm was.
It would have been a big number.
I would imagine it'd be.
Yeah, Norm and Ayo were converting sales. I can tell you that. And so I'm sure it was a big contract. And it comes to a point, man, where like the money gets nice, but like, and then you get to a point where you're just like, man, I could go like with a little less money and be happier doing what I'm doing.
Be free.
Yeah, be free. Yeah. Be free, yeah. So that's what I look at now. And I even said that in the video that you were talking about that I made. something at some point will come to me. When one door closes, another one opens.
Sure.
But I'm just not in a rush to find it.
Yeah, no.
Not in a rush. It'll come to me. Whether it's, dude, who knows? We could literally leave here tonight after this podcast, and I could get a phone call from some random company, email, text message, whatever. Hey, we saw your video. You want to work together, whatever. But I also am not going to go jump into something that I don't, a company that I don't like want to be with. Because Googan was like, I was diehard, bro. Like, for real, Googan Gang or Don't Bang. Like, and I'm not saying their stuff, none of their stuff is bad. Like, everything I've ever used of Googan is good. And I would continue to say that even if I was with another company, getting paid by another company, I would still say Googan stuff is good, but so is this new stuff that I'm using. Like, both are good. There's plenty of room in the fishing industry for both products, both brands to be good.
Yeah.
Well, I just saw a Roberts video where he kind of answered Milliken.
Dude,
6 cents.
I didn't watch it.
You didn't go watch it. It is hilarious.
Is it good?
I
love that. Like,
Rob's dressed like
blood.
a scientist.
Well, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy is my video came out about the Googan, and then Rob's video came out like 2 or 3 days later after mine. And I was going through the comments, dude, and it was just like, man, why does like wintertime fishing channels have to be drama? And it's like, it ain't drama. Like, mine wasn't made for my video wasn't made for drama. The reason I made that video is I had been rocking with Googan so long, even before I ever got paid by Googan. I had been rocking with him for years. Like, my channel was built off of Googan pretty much. So I owed that to the audience. I owed that to the people.
Yeah, you can't just like drop it and be like, not speak about it.
Yeah. I felt like I had to give an explanation to the audience that allows me to be able to do what I do. And that's what I did. I wasn't on there bitching and complaining. Sure. Nothing but props to them dudes. Like, and still to this day and forever and always, nothing but props.
Watching that video, for me, it was like, you said nothing bad. You were very clear, like, hey, I can't say anything bad.
Nothing bad at all.
But it was just like, for me, it's time for me to move on. And and you know what? Like, I feel like the vibe I'm getting is you want and desire, because your loyalty and like, you're ride or die.
Yeah.
If you don't feel like your value is, if you're not providing value and they're not perceiving it as value or whatever, even like, because you probably could have hung out and still got the check.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
But it would have been the check that I would have got this year, and I didn't even want to talk numbers. I just straight up sent the text and was like, hey, like, I love you, brother, but it's time we part ways. Sure. It's time I move on. Like, I didn't even give a chance to talk about numbers, because it could have been 1.5x what I made this last year, or it could have been half of what I made last year. And either way it went, I still would have moved on.
Sure.
Like, it just,
you were like, if I'm going to be here, I want to be valuable. And
yeah, dude, if I'm there, just love me.
Yeah, that's right.
Just love me.
Yeah. So I get, and that's the vibe that I got. And
if
you're like, hey, I'm not feeling that.
If I give somebody 100%, I expect 100% in return.
That's right.
And even if that 100% is not monetary, like value, like money, like, bro, just invite me to a couple more Googan weeks.
Right.
Like, why is it that I have to come to the 2-person Googan weeks and do this? Like, I'm not saying mediocre content, because that would be the wrong word to use, but like the simple stuff. Like, invite me to one of the Googan weeks at Flair's house, where we go shoot a bunch of ducks and geese and like ride 6-wheel snowmobile things. Like, invite me to those, bro. Like, what you mean?
Yeah.
So, and it just, I feel like the only people that ever got invited, I mean, you go back and look at their videos. The only people that ever got invited to those were the biggest, the main guys. So it is what it is. No hard feelings, no ill intent towards any of them. It was just best that we moved on. Like I said, they could have paid me double and a half what they paid me last year, and I would have been like, nah, man, I'm good. I appreciate it, though. I do appreciate it. I appreciate everything you did for me, but it's just time we move on.
What about the money? It's just,
and that's another thing we could get into, is the money thing. Because, boy, let me tell you, when I cashed my first big YouTube paycheck, I thought I was rich. And then I was like,
well, I'll
been there, done that with Facebook.
Yeah, I'll be sure.
I'll never talking about Facebook.
Do you do Facebook stuff?
No, and
I told this
guy,
guy.
Brad's gonna punch me in the face because I don't do Facebook.
Okay.
2 years.
2 years ago, yeah. 2 years
and none
ago.
of y'all do.
Yeah,
Norm doesn't
crazy.
Norm had an agency that was doing his Facebook for him, and it was a 70-30 split, but it didn't really take off.
Yeah.
Now, he did have a month where he had like dude, I think it was like 47 million views on something on Facebook or something like that. Like, would have cashed a check, but he didn't have the 10,000 followers or whatever it was. Like, whatever it was.
Wasn't monetized yet.
Yeah, he wasn't monetized yet, but he would have cashed a bag. Like 40, it was like 47 million on like almost like I think it was like long form content. Like it would have been crazy.
Yeah, well, and the CPMs are not like the same as YouTube, not even close. But that still would have been a lot of money. I mean, it still would have been good money.
I heard Snapchat pays good too. I was actually talking to AO yesterday.
Whoa, I was talking about Snapchat.
Yeah,
I've never even downloaded.
Yeah, that
Snapchat.
isn't even on my radar.
Yeah, Snapchat is like I heard they pay good, but you got to post like 20 stories a day or something like that, and then
oh dang.
I don't know what it is about Snap, but AO said he has not recently because he doesn't post on Snap anymore, hardly at all, ever, none, zero. So but when he was doing good. He was making good money.
Interesting.
But Snap is the next thing.
You made money from Snap.
I thought
it was just a
Snapchat's the next thing that I'm going to look into. It's like a monetary value because I mess with I mess with Snap every day. If I'm snapping already, then it's very easy for me to share.
You're already doing it.
Yeah, it's very easy for me to share my life on Snapchat. Like it's but Snap apparently pays good or does good, whatever, however it is. I don't know. Hey, regardless, at the end of the day, kids, if you're watching, there's a million ways in 2024 to make money. I promise you that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Are you doing a lot on TikTok?
No, dude, I was for a while, and then I ain't gonna say I don't care about TikTok. I'm so hyper focused on the YouTube long form stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I also don't have like a team. If I do have like a talent management agency that I work with. They bring me brand deals. That's it. Me and April film together all the time. Trey when he's here, and me and Norm and Trey, or me Norm Mason, whatever, when I'm at Norm's. But if I had a team of people that could be like, okay, this is the direction that you need to move on Facebook. Like, what's crazy is I value time and freedom more than I value money. And I have two younger kids. I said
that like I do not give a crap about things. I do not give a crap about money, but I want freedom.
I messed up when I first started making big money, and I think it was my second Googan contract, my second year. They were paying me very good, and I was making extremely good money on YouTube, and like money that I'd never. If you had told me 4 or 5 years before that, when I was still in the Army, that I was going to be making that amount of money every month, I was like, I'd have been like, you're stupid. Nobody can make that money. Like, unless you're just like Bill Gates or Elon Musk or somebody, you can't make that kind of money. That's dumb. There's no way. And then it happened, and I was like, oh, man, I got this money.
Yeah.
I need a new truck. I need a Can-Am.
Yeah.
I need a $60,000 Can-Am. That sounds like fun. I need all this stuff. So basically, I was not reinvesting that money back into fishing with YAKPAK, like the videos and the content and stuff. So instead of buying a cameraman and an editor or paying for that, I was paying for a brand new truck. My dumb ass went and I signed the paper for the truck, and I knew I shouldn't have done it, but I looked at my ex-wife and I was like, "You want something?" She was like, yeah, I mean, "Can I get something?" I was like, "Yeah, just go pick whatever." And that was stupid. That was the dumbest. Don't ever do that, gentlemen. That was stupid.
It felt good in the moment, though.
Yeah, I did. Because I was like, damn, I was in a dealership, bro. They done shut that thing down for me. I was like, shit, let's do it. But yeah, it was stupid. I went through 2021 was rough, man. It was like financially I was making so much money. I just didn't know what to do. And I was just spending it on dumb stuff. Like, dude, I'd take people that had nothing to do with YouTube, like taking these dudes out to eat like $800 dinners, like just 14, 15, 20 people, just stupid. No reason at all. But I learned my lesson the hard way. So it's like a snowball effect. Instead of reinvesting the money back into the content, like the snowball is rolling, like it's going up, and then it starts to just trickle down. And then it's still going down as you're trying to bring it back up. And then it finally catches traction and starts moving back up. But we're on an upwards trend right now. So we're going to keep it that way this time. We're not going to buy anything stupid. We ain't going to buy nothing dumb. Not this time.
That's a good plan.
Yeah, I learned my lesson.
Be frugal.
I like spending money too.
Brad does like nice things.
Been wanting to spend some money.
Yeah, he likes nice things.
That's all right, though. Hey,
he's got a big family.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Just when I did it, there was something wrong with it.
Yeah.
That is a nice. Was that a 24? That's a very nice truck. That's a very nice truck.
I think that was begrudgingly that you had to buy a truck.
Yeah, I bought a boat, which is, I mean,
the tax man tell you
it was a spend, but it is a business expense. Something's going to open up a lot of content.
Yeah, see,
it's something that we wanted to.
That is smart. Yeah. When you do it that way,
that is a tax write-off.
Yeah.
But like not long after I bought my boat, the truck I did have, the year prior, had already put a new transmission in it. Right after I bought the boat, that transmission started acting up.
Yeah.
It started having some electrical problems. And, I was like, I got to buy a new truck now. And so for me, I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'm just going to buy what I want.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And so, I mean, the truck was expensive, but it wasn't like, it's a base model.
Yeah.
It's a gas burner. The diesel was like an extra $15,000.
Oh, dude,
that is not $100,000 truck or anything.
Yeah, dude, that's them, bro.
You go from I put a lift and some tires.
What is it? A 6.4 or 7.3 they have in the 7.3. And bro, you go to that 6.7 Power Stroke, bro. You're paying an extra 15-20 grand. It's crazy. I'd love to have a Power Stroke, but I'm gonna get one when I get Power Stroke.
That was my thing. So like, that gas burner. Now, I mean, with a diesel, you do get a little more reliable, and you also get better gas mileage.
Yeah.
But I mean, that truck will still pull 16,000 pounds
easily, bro.
Dang.
AO has a
16,000 pounds.
AO's got a 20.
Your boat weigh?
Like 7.
Oh, dude, yeah, you're chilling. You're big chilling.
Something like that.
AO went with the 7.3 as well. He didn't want. He didn't want the diesel. He got a 7.3. I think his is like a 21 model, maybe, or 22 or something like that. But he went with that as well because he was like, I don't need the diesel, and it's 15 grand extra.
Money.
It is crazy. It blows my mind.
And I mean, trucks in general are expensive now.
You know, I think the market's coming back down.
The deal that I saw something about that the other day.
I see. Yeah,
I already bought mine, so it doesn't help.
I know, right? It don't help.
Screw you, right?
I feel like the deal that I got for what I got, like I don't feel like I paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
For what I have.
I thought when I bought my truck, it was fair.
Yeah.
I thought, I bought it in June 2021 when the market was not at its peak, but it was on its way up to the peak. And then I was like, you know what else I need on this truck? I need lights on this truck. I need a $14,000 lift kit on this truck. Yeah. And then when I got all that, I was like, I need a $40,000 Can-Am, and I need to put $20,000 into it to build it bigger and badder.
Yeah.
It was stupid. I could have.
I mean, it sounds pretty sick.
I put a lift on mine,
sick,
but I didn't get I didn't go crazy on the lift kit. For the lift kit and the tires I have was like $5 grand.
That's not bad for a lift and tires. No, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. But when he showed me the invoice for mine, I was like, because I told him, I was like, I'll just do whatever. I literally took it to a dealership, and I was like, no, just do whatever. I just want to be able to fit 24-inch rims and 35-inch tires. Just do whatever. He was like, all right. And I want 5%. I want 5% tint all the way around. 20 on the front, 5% all the way around. And everything else, just do it. And he was like, all right.
Okay, yeah.
It was like $14,870. I was like, I didn't mean that. That's not what I meant.
You could have got the F-250.
Yeah, I know, right? That's not what I meant.
You'd have the Power Stroke.
Dude, hey, I almost did have the Power Stroke, right? So we pull up in Crestview. I don't know if, Crestview. The Ford dealership in Crestview is where I bought the truck. So we pull up, and it was known that I was coming to that dealership that day, and there was no ifs, ands, buts, guaranteed, argue, hassle, negotiate, nothing. I was coming to buy. It didn't matter. So I pull up to the lot, and they have a 2021 F-150 blacked out, like all blacked out edition trimmer with a Power Stroke in it. Yeah. And I was like, the sticker at that point in time.
That's like $100,000 truck.
Yeah, it was. I think the sticker was like 78 or 87 or whatever it was, and then it was $87,000 on the sticker. I was like, that's what I want. Yeah. And then he was like, man, that sucks because some dude from Miami just wired the money over the phone yesterday, and he sent like $108,000. Like paid that much over sticker just to guarantee it was his. I was like, bro, that's crazy. The market was crazy back then, though. It was wild, man.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah, it blew my mind. Yeah, I was like, oh no, I'm good on that. And then I test drove 2 F-150s. One of them was a Black Widow edition, and that one was $84,000. And then he brought the numbers back to me, and it had the 5.0, the V8 in it, and I was like, man, like. This isn't a truck that I can customize. This is a Black Widow edition. Like, I don't want that. I want a truck that I have to build. Like, I want to do my own thing to it. So I got the XLT. It's just nothing crazy. No platinum, no lariat, nothing limited, whatever. Just, it was XLT, but it was like the fully loaded XLT. So it was like a nice base model. And then I was like, I'll take it to the other dealership. I said, do whatever you got to do to it. I don't care how much it costs. And that was a mistake. That was not
big balling.
You got to be careful saying that one.
Yeah, no, I didn't think.
That's when they're like, we're gonna take advantage of this guy.
Yeah, I was at a weird area in my life at that point too. I was like, oh golly, I didn't think it was gonna cost that much.
You need to, like, I'm sure, and we've talked about this a lot. Like, you've got to be able to find a dealership, and this could go for all of us. Find somebody that would give you a truck and
You know what's crazy?
Well, you know, in like some of the Googan guys don't.
Well, I don't.
They get trucks? Or...
No, they because I actually talked to Rob about this, and I was wanting to get rid of the 150. This was before I got rid of it. I was wanting to get rid of it and get into a dealership sponsored truck, because I was like, dude, if a pro fisherman with 2,000 followers on Instagram can get a Toyota,
it still blows my mind. You're right. It blows
my
mind.
I'm
they
like,
get a truck.
I'm like, bro, you understand? Yeah. I start every single video in front of my vehicle.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, and in the summertime, we're doing like between 1.5 and 3.5 million views a month.
Right.
And my audience, where a lot of people mess up, is they assume my audience is like 8 to 13-year-olds. Bro, my main audience, you would be surprised. When I go into Academy, Bass Pro, Dick's Sporting, any kind of fishing store, I'm literally shaking hands with dudes in their 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
and
too,
it's crazy. Like, I do have a big kid audience. My main audience is 25 to 34.
Right. Buying trucks.
Yeah. Buying trucks. The people with money.
Yeah.
And so it just blows my mind. Like, you're going to give Terry over here a damn 2024 1798 edition Tacoma or Tundra or whatever. Like, bro, give me one of the used ones off the lot and let's wrap your logo on it. Like, I still don't get it to this day. I don't understand. And that may come off as like me being cocky and like feeling like I deserve it. And I'm not saying that.
No.
I'm not saying that.
It's not that. It's the industry. And like, and we all know that it's behind, like, duh. But like getting into this and being a little bit closer to these companies and stuff that they still, it's like, which it blows my mind that it's because like I feel like, okay, we've been here a minute, man. Like, this ain't a new thing. Like, I understand 2016, 2017 when the Googans getting laughed at. Okay. I mean, obviously that was dumb of them, but like I get it. Yeah. Okay, this is a new thing. But like this has been around a minute.
Oh, it's been around. Yeah.
You understand where eyeballs are, where this is going. Why haven't you caught up? Like, and they're still throwing money at these.
I've tried to. I went and sat down at a car dealership in West Palm. I went and sat down with like their sales manager one time, and I started talking to him, and I had a meeting with this guy for that specific reason, and he didn't say like no because I wasn't a professional fisherman. He just kind of beat around the bush like, we're not, how did he word it? We're not interested in someone that makes YouTube videos. If we did this, we want someone that wears a jersey. Like, he didn't tell me no, but he like beat around the bush to tell me no. That was the reason. It was really weird. Yeah. And I was like, all right, man, like have fun sponsoring like Terry over here with 75 sponsors on it. You know, you got a Toyota logo all the way down here, that big on the bottom of his jersey. Like, have fun with that. But well, you know, whatever. And I say that, I may sound cocky, conceited, and arrogant when I say that, but I don't mean that. I don't feel like I deserve that by any means. Sure. But if you think about it from a business type standpoint, like, I mean, that's the reason you work with companies, to make money and to make them money.
Well, and it's the same thing with guides. Like, guides
like a guide service,
like, well, guides get boats. Some of the well-known guides, which I get that. Okay, they're gonna have at maximum 200 people on that boat. You know, throughout the course of a year, 250. Yeah. Okay, that's like you're booking it. You know, you're running 250 guides a year. Yeah. And so, like, that's your reach. And, you know, other than your social media, which, you know, okay, you got like 1,000 followers on Facebook. Yeah. So, and they get free trucks and free cars, and it's like, or boats, and it's like, okay, I post a video, and immediately, you know, it's going to be in front of 20,000 people, pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah. Like, it's crazy. I am actually doing something with, I don't want to speak on it like this and say it's Chevrolet, but in March, when we go down to South Florida, you're more than welcome to grab another one of those if you want. And you too, Brad. But when we go down to South Florida in March at the end of the month, they're Chevy, GMC, I don't know, somebody. They're giving me a truck to use for the week. Okay. It's a 2500 HD ZL1, ZR1, something like that, Bison or something. It's supposed to be some big badass truck. And I'm like, that works perfect, so now I don't have to rent a car while I'm down there.
Did this go through the same, you said you're working with?
No, it didn't go through them. This was something that I reached out to this time last year. Do you know Marshall, Georgia Bassmaster? Do you know him by some chance? I feel like if you've seen his Instagram, you'd know him. Maybe not. But Chevy, I don't know how his deal went, but they gave him a truck to use for a week, and I just texted him and I was like, "Hey, dude, how did you do that?" And he was like, "Oh, here's the guy's email. Here's his phone number right here. Just message him, tell him I sent him, or I sent you." So I was like, "All right, cool." And then we did a 1 week. What was that called? 1 week, one state, $1,000. So we started in Pensacola and drove around the entire state of Florida, all the way down to Key West and back up.
Nice.
And
on $1,000, was that the goal?
Yeah, that was rough.
I would have like, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, I don't know if we could do it now. That was rough.
You wouldn't do that in my truck.
Dude, no, we were
$1,000 in fuel before you got down to the key.
Dude, it was wild. Luckily we took Trey's Tundra, and it's got the small V6 in it.
Okay.
So it was a little bit, and we weren't pulling a boat or nothing, so it was better on gas. But we were eating gas station snacks, and anyways, so I got in touch with him and that guy that works with Chevy, the marketing team or whatever, and he was like, "Hey man, I don't have a vehicle that you can use for this trip, but keep in touch and I'll find you something. If you got something bigger, I'll find you something. At some point in time, like, stay in touch." And his boss ended up emailing me about a month ago and was like, "Hey, I seen that you were in touch with so-and-so." I think his name's Tyler, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Or Trevor or something like that. But anyways, she got in touch with me and was like, "Hey, I seen you and Tyler had been in touch last year. We do have a truck this year that we want some promotion on, like, and we'll give it to you for a week to use. I think I have it for 10 days. But basically,
that's smart.
Yeah, unlimited miles. Yeah. I mean, all I'm doing is paying for gas.
Right.
Like, everything else is, and I'm like, cool, yeah, brand new truck. Like, Trey's gonna drive his boat down to South Florida from North Carolina. We're gonna park Trey's truck at the Airbnb, and we're gonna use this truck the whole week." So I'm like, cool, yeah, we're gonna get in the canals in Miami. We're try to go from the canals in Miami where they're like brackish. We're gonna try to catch some snook, tarpon, jack, whatever. Go all the way up the canal, peacock, largemouth, snakehead, clown knife, all the way into Okeechobee. Like, we're gonna try something like that. So
that'd be sick, dude.
I'm like, yeah, they're cool. Like,
awesome.
And then they giving me this truck for the week to use, and that saves me money on not having to get a rental car while we're down there. So I'm like, cool, yeah, let's do it. Let's 100%. Do it. But as far as YouTubers getting vehicles, like, let's say like a yearly kind of contract thing, I don't know of anyone. I think the only two people that might be like a possibility with is I
know Deer Meat for Dinner did some stuff with the dealership, but I think he was friends with the guy already.
That probably is the case, because Deer Meat, he's a little bit older. I think
he's
Deer Meat
40s.
He's late 40s. He's like 47, 48.
Yeah, I feel like well, that makes sense. So especially, what's he got? Like, he's sitting at like 3 million subs. I mean, he's pulling numbers. Yeah. Like, he's my best month's 3.5 million views. Like, his best month's 60 million views. Like, that man's pulling numbers.
Right.
So I mean, that does make sense. I feel a certain way, but I see where the business standpoint is coming from on, I guess, Chevy, Ford, Toyota, whoever, their end. I just wish they'd give the YouTube guys a chance. Be like, you know what? It ain't going to cost us shit to let you have this truck for a year.
That's right.
It ain't going to cost us nothing.
The way it works anyways is most of the time, like most of the ones I've heard of people going through the dealerships is GM's not even technically involved. It's just an individual dealership. Yep. Then they just do it as a lease.
Yep.
And so they're only paying whatever the
when they
monthly expenses is on the lease.
When you bring
that
back, it's a certified pre-owned.
Yeah.
Certified
now
pre-owned.
They sell the truck. They're out like few $1,000s,
and that few $1,000s is made back up on the sale that they make for that vehicle.
Right.
Like, it's,
I know it seems like I know in my mind it's like that's so cheap marketing. Like, you can give me, like, let me use the truck,
especially I mean, throw a sticker on the door. I don't care.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, bro, I'll wrap it. I don't care.
And that'd be a huge deal. Like, I'd say your dang name and everything. I'm hopping in.
I'm literally I jump out of my truck to start every video.
Right.
So it's there at the very beginning of every single video, and I live in Florida. The majority of my audience is in Florida.
You ought to hit up Sandy Sansing.
That is the one that I was going to try to talk to, because we went to
the largest dealer around.
If anybody's at Sandy Sansing, hook the man up with a truck. Come on,
dude,
man.
I got to come in and talk to him. I got to come in and talk to him. I got to pitch the plan to him, and it's gonna work. I promise, it's gonna work.
It'll be a smart marketing decision.
Yeah, you know what? You know what they told me.
I mean, they spend more than that on what it would cost them. They spend more than that on a billboard right down the street.
Like, yeah, it's crazy.
And you're a billboard that's all over the internet.
Yeah,
it's. I mean, we're posting. We're getting like. I mean, you get a billboard like what are you know what? Watch this.
and you post.
Where's
daily.
your eyeballs?
Yeah.
Where's your eyeballs?
Yeah, that's right.
Where's your eyeballs when you're driving?
Hey, do you have a video posting today?
Not today. This is where
Did
your
you-
eyeballs.
Did he post yesterday?
I did
You
post
did post
yesterday. Yeah.
Dude, posting every day.
It's tough. You know what's the worst about that?
That's hard.
Posting every day is tough, but if I had 0 videos in the backlog, when I posted the video about posting every day, I filmed it that day. And I was like,
so what, like you had like 7?
You didn't even prepare for this.
no. I just made the decision. I was like, yeah, I'm going to try this.
Oh, dang.
So this is where everybody going to the marketing thing. This is where your eyeballs are when you're driving.
Yeah,
Right.
No, they ain't up here.
This is the truth, dude.
They're not up here. They're right here.
Just turn to anybody driving beside you, and they are not.
They're on their phones, man.
Yeah.
They are like put the money where the attention's at.
Right,
Yeah.
100%.
But they'll, these companies, they'll figure that out. I don't know. I make fishing YouTube videos. I am no marketing guru. I'm no company CEO. I guess I am the CEO of Fishing with YAKPAK though. That makes me feel. That makes me feel important.
You are CEO.
That makes me feel important.
Right.
Yeah, it's a CEO of a very small company. But I want to talk to them. We went to the rodeo in Jay, Florida last April, and it was sponsored by Sandy Sansing. And I was like, oh, boom, light bulb idea. Let me go in there and try to talk to one of the big wigs up there.
Right.
But I need to do it the same way I did in South Florida, and I need to go in a little more prepared. Like maybe walk in with some papers and whatnot and make it look important, because I just walked in there. I literally left a pond I was fishing at to go meet with this dude, and I smelled like peacock bass and largemouth. And he's probably like, get this fool out of my office. Like, I'm done with this guy.
Right.
But
That's funny.
yeah, I think
If
Sandy
you
would
get it
do
to work out, you'll have to let us know.
I know.
right?
Yeah.
I think if there's anybody that I could actually see doing it, I feel like Sandy Sansing would.
They've started buying dealerships over here, like all the ones
Oh
up
my
here in
God,
Foley
dude.
are all
Yeah,
Sandy
they're
Sansing
here.
dealerships.
That's wild.
Yeah, they're all over.
They're
They
far.
bought the Dodge, the Chevy, and the Nissan.
No joke.
Nissan, yeah.
God.
So my brother met with one of the sales managers here, trying to get us a truck.
Like a Beach Bum Outdoors truck.
Yes,
That'd be
like
sick.
that we could use to pull our boats and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
or whatever.
That'd be sick.
Using some videos. I don't know where that landed. Obviously, we didn't get one, but I don't know. Like when we were getting all this set up.
Let's watch the shot again.
Which like even just one truck that we use, like that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like you
I
pull
think
your
so.
boat, I pull my boat.
You know what's crazy about that too is like, especially if you get not Sandy Sansing himself, but like somebody way up there. Like, bro, they know somebody that will wrap that vehicle for free.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like they know somebody that like put the wrap company's logo on it, put Sandy Sansing's logo on it, put Beach Bum Outdoors on it,
right.
and you're cooking. All three of y'all are cooking. You know what I mean? So
I know that's
Showing
what we
up in
talked like when we
videos.
were talking about doing this store. That's where we're like, we need trucks, we need boats.
Yeah.
Give us all the free stuff.
yeah.
And we got nothing.
Yeah, that's I have felt it's almost to the point where it's like, all right, now, and dude, I don't want to sound like arrogant when I say this because I'm not, but like the pros that are not nobodies, but the pros that have no following whatsoever, like they are the ones that get the trucks and the boats.
Yeah.
But like I've got millions of eyes per month on me, and the audience, the target audience that I'm reaching is guys with money that can buy trucks and boats.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I know
bro,
those
I'm
pros
gonna
just
show
go,
you.
We're on TV every now and then.
Bro, I'm gonna show them why they are missing out. Like
Yeah.
that's my goal. Like I want somebody at Toyota to be like, damn. Instead of giving it to Joe, Terry, John, and Jim, we should have gave it to
So
Yak
this
Pak.
is a great idea for you and Nikki to like work
to
on.
get some vehicles.
To try to like be that initiative,
Yeah,
where you can start getting some of these bigger deals and allow those contracts to go to you.
That's one of our goals is to kind of become like the what's the word, liaison or whatever that word would be.
That's a good word. That's a good word.
Connecting those kind of deals and helping, especially larger influencers. Like on our end, that would be like Land Shark and those kind of guys.
saltwater guys. Yeah,
Like getting boats and trucks and vacations and
Yeah, that would be that. I like that liaison. That's a good word.
Yeah,
very good choice.
Well,
of
when we
words.
figure it out, if you don't have a free truck yet, we'll
Dude, we'll make it work.
Yeah,
We'll make it work for everybody.
we just need to open up our own car dealership and give all of them free stuff.
Dude, I'll give myself a free car if I own a car. I heard Elon Musk don't even get free Teslas. I heard he still buys them, but he does that by choice. So
well, we still pay for tax.
Well, when you
Yeah,
have
that's
like
true.
however many hundreds of millions of dollars,
I think he's up to hundreds of billions. of
billions,
dollars.
billions, yeah.
That man's good lord. I might could live off $100 billion. It would be tough. It'd be tough.
Well, like
I'd struggle.
Somebody was talking about how he like uses money, and I can't even explain it. But obviously a lot of his money is stocks and whatever. So it's not like cash sitting in the bank, obviously.
It's not liquid.
But what he does, essentially, because he doesn't pay taxes, which obviously if
you're a smart businessman,
you're not going to pay taxes. But like what he does is he just uses debt. So like he goes to the bank, and it's not income. It's just debt. It's just like, hey, I've got like billions of dollars worth of stock, and he just takes out loans against it and uses that for whatever.
He ends up. I've heard. Maybe I read this wrong, but I think I've heard he ends up making money on that or something crazy. Like instead of
because they were basically explaining the interest rate on the debt is way less than paying taxes.
Exactly.
Like you're gonna pay like especially him if you were to like just
hundreds of millions,
take that as income, you're paying for like. Legit, you're an idiot.
Taxes.
I'm going to take $1 billion worth of income.
5%.
Yeah, and I'm going to pay $40 billion or 40% on $1 billion.
It's crazy how people like, bro. Dude, anybody can do that too. I mean, you start an LLC or an S corp or something like that. And, I mean, you're taxing like write off gas mileage for work. I mean, all this stuff. There's so many loopholes, and I'm so adolescent in the mind when it comes to the tax loophole stuff. But they're loopholes for a reason. It's not. I mean, it is what it is. Like they're there for a reason. They're there for the smart people. And like that's what they're there for. But it's the amount of time and effort and energy you put into learning that stuff. Yeah, is what what you're gonna know. So
do you have an accountant? Or you do?
Boy, I do not. I sure need one though.
Me, Matt, and Brant, we all use the same guy. He's over in Pensacola.
It's pretty small.
No joke.
Yeah, I'll text you his info.
Yes, please do because I need one.
So he does.
It's like $250 a month. And basically handles
no joke.
Yeah, we pay him monthly and he does everything.
We'll talk.
You
after
send him bank statements and he takes care of everything.
That is exactly $250 a month.
A lot easier.
Woo, that's what I need.
And then he'll tell you like if you need to spend some money or if you need to do whatever. Like he's a strategist as well.
That is literally to a T what I need.
Which like unfortunately most CPAs not that way.
Yeah,
they are not going to give you any advice. They don't care. They just want to do your taxes and get your money. Like
I got a story. I got or not even a story really. I got to tell y'all this about just what I'm talking about. Remind me to tell them about what I owe to who every month. After this podcast, we'll talk about it. Because we'll talk about that.
That doesn't sound fun.
No, it ain't fun, brother. Trust me.
Well, when you start making money,
starts sounding like a new truck.
More money, more problems.
More money, more problems. What's crazy?
Like everybody's coming for it. It's like I ain't got that much, bro. But like IRS wants it. Everybody wants it.
Everybody wants a piece of the pie.
You make a little bit of money. It's like, oh yeah, we need that.
Yeah, that's crazy for sure.
Dang,
dude. Yeah, that's man. What an awesome episode, dude.
Yeah, no, I don't even know how long we've been talking.
I don't either. That's why I love podcasts, dude. I could just get in here and I could shoot the shit, bro. I could literally just.
It's fun when they get like that, when they just flow. And
I could just, dude. Oh my
god. And we've had some good guests, but
hey, have you guys ever had to or tried this? Right, so I've done this before. I don't have a podcast anymore. I used to though, but next time y'all all three get together, try to do a try not to laugh challenge on the podcast, right? So like fill your mouth with water and watch Theo Von clips. Make sure ain't nothing sitting over there because you'll be spitting everywhere.
That'd be good.
We've done that before and it was hilarious. Like towards the end of the episode. It was hilarious.
We used to you had the same board, didn't you?
Yeah.
Or something has happened and it like erased all the stuff that came on it. But you know how it came with like the voice change and stuff? We used to end every episode with us talking and like all the different voices. Yeah. But we used to wear headphones. Now, if we did it now, we wouldn't even be able to hear ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
But we would wear their headphones and change it to all the different voices. And we'd be dying laughing at the end.
Oh, my God.
Sure, everybody's like making fun of us and how stupid we are.
So lame.
Bro,
but we do what we want. That's what this podcast is for.
That's all. That's what it's supposed to be about. Dude.
We don't care.
That's what it's supposed to be about, man. Just get on here talking shit and having fun.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what a podcast.
Well, this was a lot of fun. I had a good time.
I swear. If y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about, bro, I'm in there like swimwear. I don't care. Whatever.
We cover the hot topics. I mean, obviously, there's plenty more we can dive into with you.
Just whatever y'all want to do. I ain't got nothing but time.
But
airspace and opportunity.
So what's next, man? Like, do you have? I know you're kind. I feel like you're in a place of not uncertainty, but like,
I mean, that wouldn't be the wrong word to use.
I mean,
that wouldn't be the wrong word.
Just like
we did film a video yesterday. We are hiring here at the store.
Bro.
I know you're not with Googan, so if you need like
if you have some extra time, between posting a video every day,
or trying to every day, shoot, that's crazy.
I mean, I think we started out at like $12, $15 an hour.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
What would you like to do? Like where do you see this going in the next 5 years?
I want to. If you guys have ever listened to Mr. Beast talk, and Mr. Beast is the king of YouTube, and I feel like he knows best. YouTube's not going away, man. Like content creation is not going away. I'm 33, and I still feel. Maybe it was the Army that kept me young, and being so physically active and all this stuff. Maybe it's the Army that kept me young. I legitimately feel like I'm 21 years old. Like I don't feel old. My bones and joints every now and then they hurt a little bit, but I feel young. I feel like I could do this, for another 5 or 10 years. I don't think the craziness would be involved. I don't know if when I'm 43 I'll be jumping golf course fences, but maybe I will. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be getting yelled at by Karens at 43. I don't know how I'll be able to handle that at 43. Right. I'll be like, you just probably should shut up and go in your house. Like, leave me alone. I'm just out here fishing.
I feel too old for that stuff.
So I want to do product, man. I want to come out. I want to create something within the fishing industry that is, I hate the word game changing. Not that. I just want something that is relatable to everyone. That when people see it on the shelf, they're like, that looks really cool. Whether that's a bait, whether it's a brand, like food, snack, whatever, something. Because I ain't gonna be creating pond fishing videos for the rest of my life. Sure, so I want to do I want something that's gonna take care of that. And I don't even care, bro. I don't even care to get rich off of it. Like that ain't even what it's about. I just that's just that's kind of the move. So is that going to happen this year? No. Maybe something like gets kind of in the motion of that beginning process this year, but I don't know. I don't see it happening this year. And if it does, it'll blow my mind. So maybe I'll come back to this podcast on December 31st or whatever. And like, wow, damn, you lied to yourself because you did it. Or,
things can happen really quick,
and they can.
Once you get things moving.
Well, and you alluded to this earlier when you were saying something like you could leave here and get a phone call. And it'd be that. And somebody was talking about this. I watch all this motivational stuff. Yeah, and they're like the one away. I can't remember who said that, but like you're one away. Like you're one relationship away. You like that one connection.
Dude, you guys literally. So I mean, it's crazy you brought that up. 3 minutes ago, I was just like, damn, they're about to hook me up with a CPA. Like, and I've in my mind of like, dude, I need that. Like, I've been looking for that, but I don't know who to go to. Like, and then so like, it's crazy. You never know what's gonna come of that. So, yeah, it's what a crazy world,
Yeah, absolutely.
All from YouTube fishing videos, man.
Who would have thought?
That is so weird, man.
So the people called me. Well, number one, when I started doing YouTube, they called me. They was like, dude, that's stupid. Yeah. Who's gonna watch fishing videos on YouTube? And like, I don't know, like how many, if you had to rank subscriber based, if you had to rank like 1 through 50 top fishing YouTubers, like not saying best content, not saying anything like 1 through 50, I'm pretty sure I'm in the top 50. I'm pretty sure I'm in the top 25, maybe. I don't know that to be a fact, but that's not bragging. It's just like they told me that it was a dumb idea. It would never work. And nobody would want to watch that. Hey, Lieutenant Valerie, Captain Valerie.
All kinds of people.
Hey, guess who ain't got to be up at 4:30 tomorrow morning running 6 miles? Me.
Drop the mic.
Yeah, still in the Army. Yeah.
Okay.
No, she told me I was dumb for doing that, and I was like, all right, well, let me just show you.
Well, it worked out all right.
I know.
It did, man. It did. It really did.
Crushing it, doing your own thing, and I'm proud of you, man.
Like, I'm proud of y'all for this, man. This is crazy. This is wild. Like, this is like, I don't even know. This just seeing it, and it's like,
it's pretty
damn.
dumb.
Some fishing YouTubers did this. Like, it's crazy. Now it's crazy.
We didn't really have a whole lot to do with all this stuff. we just make the videos.
That's right.
Yeah,
there's a whole team of people that.
That's good though, man. I think you surround yourself with a good team, and like you're in there, and I think that's probably another thing I want to work on this year is building a good team. Not saying like a squad, like a Googan Squad type team or something, but like a CPA. You need somebody to a camera guy to film and edit, or a camera guy to film, a person to edit, a thumbnail strategist or something like that, a title strategist, like something to elevate, instead of spending my money on trucks and Can-Ams, something to elevate the content and the brands.
A cameraman and editor would be huge. We talk about that a lot.
Because there's so many things.
Oh, dude, I can hook you guys up with a guy. I mean, maybe y'all know him or not, in Destin. I think he's in Destin, or maybe Fort Walton. I think his Instagram is Lion's Tail Adventures. Yeah,
Vitamin D's cousin.
Lionel. Lionel.
You know,
I know who he is.
Yeah, he can. He's
like Under Armour.
Yes,
dude, like, and he's jacked.
Yeah, no, dude, that's big.
He does MMA. And
yeah,
stuff,
he's big. I was looking at his Instagram earlier. He was like rolling around in jiu-jitsu. I was like, that's a big dude.
I mean,
that's a man.
You got some big legs.
He'd give
you a run.
He's big, bro.
He's big. He's got a picture. I'm like, darn.
Yeah, he's big, man. And my buddy Devin, I think you know Devin. Yeah, from Jacksonville or whatever. He plugged me in with him. And he's like looking for a lot of video editing work and filming. Like he wants to film and he wants to edit. And I'm like, oh, there you go. And he's close too.
Interesting.
So, and he's not like tied in with one person. Like Norm's camera guy is Norm's camera.
Right,
yeah, like he lives with Norm. Norm pays him every month. He films and edits everything.
Is he still got the same guy?
No. So that guy, the first guy he ever brought on.
The dude from like overseas or something?
Yeah, from Germany, I believe it was very good. And I do know the story of that, but it's that's Norm's business.
Well, yeah, we don't have to dive.
Yeah. He doesn't work there anymore. And Norm has another guy, and that dude's really cool.
Yeah.
And he works his ass off, so he's very cool. Nick,
that would be watching, like even just that week over in Jacksonville and watching the grind with Norm and his cameraman is like, it'd be a tough job.
Yeah, dude, I didn't even film anything that whole week. Like speaking of that week, I literally was like, I know where every good spot is in Jacksonville, and I'm going to make sure all of you guys can get videos out of it. Yeah. Like, I'm going to make sure that I take you guys to all the big fish. I'm pretty sure everybody caught decent fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think I took Weston to a spot. Remember Weston? Mm-hmm. I took Weston to a spot.
I talked to him. So he's the only one that I've really...
Weston actually filmed the 1 week, 1 state, $1,000. He filmed that for me.
Oh, yeah?
Because I was like, hey, dude, like, I don't know. Like,
that dude is a really good editor.
Bro, let me tell you this. I ain't never seen nobody on this planet that works as hard as this dude. This dude will dive into anything that piques his interest and go at it 120%.
I think he quit his car sales job, but now he got his real estate license.
Yeah, exactly.
He valets cars.
Bro, he sold
I don't even know that he makes YouTube videos anymore. But
I don't know.
Like he'll post whatever.
It's periodic. Yeah, it's periodic.
His editing is really good.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about when I was planning that trip. That was the first big thing I've ever done on YouTube, the first big like series, and it did a little below decent, in my opinion. I was expecting each, those 3 videos, I was expecting each one to get 120-ish thousand views, and they're sitting at like between 50 and 70. Yeah. So they did good, but not to what I expected. Yeah. Weston filmed that, and another guy edited those videos, but it was not my usual style. So I will make sure that I've got, dude, I just think long videos are better. Like 30, 40-minute videos are just better than 15 minutes of just
crush it on the CPM when you
and that's the thing too, is like it's there's certain little conversations, like I'm sure like you guys are out on the beach fishing, there's like certain little conversations that people like you in your mind are like, okay, this is not important at all, like, but you put it in the video and it just shows that you're just normal, you're just a human. Like I leave stuff in and me and her talking all the time, just literally walking from one spot to the other, and we just be shooting the shit with each other, and I leave it in and people just will comment about what we said and just laugh about it. I think that's good to be. I think that's good to be left in. She clowns on me a lot too, especially today when she waxed my butt.
Yeah,
dude, waxed me. I'm talking.
Where'd y'all fish today? I mean,
just all around here in Gulf Shores. Okay. The one place that you already said. Crabtree or Crab Farms or whatever.
Yeah.
That whatever that place is. Yeah, I didn't know nobody knew about that.
Yeah.
I found it and I thought I had to gas. No, apparently not. But
well, I mean, around here, I mean, most people know.
There's not a ton. I mean, I guess some kids and stuff. There's not really.
I hadn't seen a bunch of people fishing it.
We need to hit up Ryan. I was telling him a couple weeks ago when we talked about getting into Kiva.
Ryan Morey? Is Morey? No. You know that guy, though?
Yeah, Ryan Morey's in South Florida. Yeah. This is the guy, the golf course. I told you about Kiva Dunes Golf Course down in Fort Morgan.
Yeah, yes.
You're not allowed to fish it, but we know a guy that works there, and he's told us that he could get us in there.
Is that the one with all the gators and stuff in it?
Oh, I'm sure there's gators there.
Okay. I hadn't seen any gators here recently. I know they're here. I mean, obviously they're here.
Yeah, I mean, we have them, but you don't see them that
often. That's what I told her.
Like South Florida.
That's what, I got clowned on a couple videos back. We were fishing that behind the Target or whatever. And I was like, you got to watch out for gators. Like, this is what their little trail to the water looks like. This is what their little, if they're sitting on the grass, this is what it looks like. And I was pointing stuff out. And then I don't know, in my mind, I don't know what I was thinking, but she kept walking in front of me. And so they're like, yeah. In my comments, they're like, yeah, how you gonna keep telling me about gators and making her go first? So there was like,
get bit.
Yeah. So now I'm like, yeah. Oh yeah, she almost dude, that was wild. She, I'm surprised she didn't kick it, but yeah. And then I seen it at the last split second, and I jumped over.
Was it alive?
Like, no, it was dead.
Well, because I saw the video. I know what you're talking about. Because I saw it, and y'all were like nonchalant about it.
Bro, there were 77 cuss words said in about 0.7 seconds, and I was like, I cannot believe this just happened. I thought alligator done had me. I thought I was gone. The end of fishing with Yak Pak, I thought I was dead. Yeah, it was crazy though. But no, it's. I think, and another reason. Gets off topic completely. Another reason I wanted to do a video every day or work towards being able to post a video every day is I don't know how you guys feel about this or like think about this, but the more I'm working, the more ideas I can come up, the more creative I am.
Right.
And if I take time, like in the wintertime, November, December, and I'm not filming that much, I get into a rut.
Yeah.
And then I can't come up with anything new.
Yeah.
But when I'm in there, in the trenches, working every day, filming every day, I may not be able to finish a video every day, but it's just one random thing will pop in my head. And I'll be at an academy, Walmart, Bass Pro, anywhere. And I'll just have an idea. And I'm like, that's going to be the next video. And then that'll hype me up to finish this video. Plan the next one out, start that one. As I'm doing that one, I'll come up with another idea.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so it just
I've been just getting back because like in the winter it's basically like vacation because it's like I'm not even wasting my time. I hate it. It's cold. Screw it. Yeah,
that's like, for sure.
But
I hate cold.
Last week I didn't even catch crap last week, but I started catching fish this week.
Yeah,
but it's the same thing. It's like you're getting back into the grind. And when you're out there, you're just observant. You're seeing like, okay, this is going on. Like, okay, I can come back and do this.
Yep.
This video.
Yep.
Obviously buying tackle or whatever. Like, oh, hey, I need to use this lure. I hadn't done that or whatever. I can make a video around that. It just definitely gets the juice flowing. So, no, 100%.
I think like a fantastic video idea for you would be like using a bait from a saltwater tackle store to catch a bass.
I've done. Hey, I'm about to say I've done that before. Actually, I took my kayak out. Dude, I'll do it. I don't care. I'll do it. Especially when they start pulling up to spawn and they start eating good. Dude, I'll come in here and do that. I don't care because it's 2 miles down. It's not even 2 miles. 2 minutes down the road.
You can walk there,
I could literally sprint there, and well, if I sprint there, it'd probably take me 30 minutes, but. I could drive there in 2 minutes. Yeah.
But let us know when you're coming in. We might can get you a discount or something.
Okay. I like it.
Pull some strings.
Yeah.
Dude, what if I broke in?
We can do that because they're just telling us. we didn't get the cops here because they told us if we go out the wrong door, the alarm's gonna go off.
Hey, seriously, if you got somebody like. This is a YouTube fishing store.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like, if you want to come and do anything stupid,
absolutely,
we're all game for it.
I could do it.
Just tell them we left the door unlocked after the podcast.
You have free reign to do anything stupid.
Yeah, I could definitely. Well, give me a few days to come up with a solid idea, and because I know 4 days ago when we were here fishing, it was terrible, and today, compared to 4 days ago, today was great.
Yeah,
and it's only going to get better. So. Within the next 2 weeks, I can guarantee like we can do something for sure because the fishing's going to get better just every day by day. Right, it's going to keep getting better. Or the bass fishing is. I don't know nothing about saltwater.
Same with us. I mean, we're not days that are quite weeks yet away. Yeah. But I mean, we're getting there. We're ready for April because fishing just sucks.
They're pulling up right now. They're pulling up.
If you need I don't know if these titles and thumbnails work, but like you can fish our little pond and we can kick you out. I mean,
that would be hilarious.
We can totally do that.
Yeah,
I actually have a plan for that.
Pond right out front.
I actually have a plan for that.
So
I've already got a plan.
Whatever you need, man, we're here, bro.
Dude, that would be hilarious.
Absolutely.
Have y'all? Do y'all know any police officers here? Will they tase me? Because I'm not against getting tased.
We know some, whether or not.
I mean, I do know.
I'm not against getting tased.
Pretty well.
That would be
maybe some pepper spray action.
I mean, I guarantee you, like, because how cops are, like, they would love to tase you.
I will.
But I don't know, like, what they're like if they get in trouble.
What if we could definitely try to?
All right, bro. Listen.
Because I want to see that now.
They would be game,
whoever it is, tell the police officer, just tell them. I have no ill intent, but at one point during our conversation, mine and the police officers, I am going to try to tackle him. And to stop me, he needs to tase me. That would be wild.
That sounds awesome.
That would be wild. All for fishing at a pond in front of a fishing store. Yeah. That would be wild.
You can't do this. You would make so much money on that.
That would be hilarious.
That would be worth the tasing.
Yeah. He might tase me
Have
twice.
you ever been tased or pepper sprayed?
I have, yeah. Pepper sprayed, no, but in the Army we did the gas chamber, and it's got the OC gas in it, so it's like I mean, you ever seen riots? They throw the canisters. It's the same concept. You go in there with a gas mask on, and the gas masks are from 1920, so they don't work, and you have to take them off anyways. You have to say like your name, your social security number, all this stuff. They make you suffer. Yeah. And then they do a competition to see who can last in there the longest with their eyes open, mouth open, and
not die.
Like, yeah. And it's so painful. But a taser, yeah. When I was 17, there was this police officer in my hometown that I think he was probably 21 or 22, maybe something like that. Anyways, we knew him. And I was like, he said, I was joking about the taser. And he was like, I'll give you a $100 bill. And he pulls out a $100 bill. He's like, I'll give you a $100 bill if you can take this taser on your leg for 5 seconds. I was like, show me the money.
Right.
Man, the millisecond that thing hit my leg, I was done. Turned me for a flip. I was like, no, I'm good. I was sitting on a concrete bench. Just flipped straight off the back of it. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. You can keep that 100. I don't want nothing to do with that no more. Yeah, but no, it was
but now you do.
Yeah, dude, do it. Run it.
Well, it would be a lot more than $100.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
It'd be worth more than that.
Dude, I got to pee so bad.
Yeah. Hey, we wrap it up. Hey, this is awesome. Hey,
appreciate you.
Thanks for being on the podcast, Yak
Dude, thanks for having me.
Dude, that was sick.
So much. It was a blast. I
We're
love
going to set up
podcasts.
the shark fishing trip. You want to catch a shark?
I do want to catch a shark. I want to catch a shark, and I want her to catch a shark.
Yeah.
I would rather, I'll come film everything, like for my channel or whatever.
Yeah.
But I would rather her be the one to fight and reel it in.
Yeah.
Like because I've done it in South Florida. But like, what are they? Spinner sharks or whatever? Something,
we have spinner sharks.
Okay, I've caught a bunch of those down in South Florida. Some black tips.
Yeah.
I think I caught one bull shark. It wasn't big by any means. I think it might make 5-footer maybe or something like that. It was a baby.
Yeah.
But I've seen some big bull sharks and hammerheads be caught. I fished with Trump Jr. and I watched him catch like a 10-foot hammerhead, which blew my mind. I was like, bro, that's massive.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, I'll set it up and we'll do it sometime in the next month or so.
Yeah, just let me know whenever, because I like you said, I know now is probably not the best time to do it. But whenever is good for you guys, we're an hour and a half away, and we're always down to film anything. So if I could watch her reel a shark in, that would be hilarious.
That'd be great content.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Thanks for listening.
Catch you on the next one.
Oh.